And Colin his side, we've got a Basils. I think this is a good start. Determined are known for having a stronger colonist side, meaning a Basils starting on the colonist side here could get some early lead rounds. We'll have to see how the pistol goes, what the pistol says about this matchup. Let's get into it. 8 Basils versus Determined. 3, 2, 1. We are into pistol.
Oh yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be a nice split here. Scanner heading towards B. Well, most of the players heading up towards B site here.
You're playing too much Counter-Strike, man. Scanner's heading towards that A site.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You're good, man.
Scanner's heading towards A site, playing slow.
Early nades, but nobody's seen yet. First shot exchange, no nade damage. Smod picks up Mad Dog. That is the mid rotate dead, gone, deleted from the server.
Willow's still wary of a possible play here, and he's spot on with it. Finds the first on
Scanner down. He's spotted Scanner. That should be the immediate rotate. Look at the minimap. Look at everyone on Determined falling over towards the A site. Picks and mid going back and forth. Blue 4 able to pick up Rins, but there's still Blue 4 on the lurk. Can he pick up another? As the chase is set in. 3 players chasing down lower tons. Knowledge of the rotate is here, and Evil Pancake. He hears everything happening on Cat. Grouping up with the team, it's going to be a 4 versus 2 retake, and this is going to be a tough one. Afterthought on quite literally 1 HP.
Seconds remaining.
Blue 4 knocked down to about 3/4. And a good nade, plus a shot from Willow. Takes out Afterthought. 1 versus 4 here for Blue 4, but everyone's going to collapse on him. Determined picking up the first round.
And it was a nice attempt at the rotate, especially after the failed fake and then the failed A take. But it just wasn't enough, and it's a nice round for Determined. Played very well. Running across the map again and again. But of course, it's just pistols. Still a lot to happen in this map. It looks like Basils is gonna, get a bit more committed to this B side of the map this time.
We're on gun rounds now. It's not too big of a deal. Determined pick up pistol. You know, a lot of teams say pistol rounds don't count. Don't count. Because sometimes teams are just terrible on pistols. And Evil Pancake close here. His position's going to be revealed with the coughing as Rins picks up 1 with a nade.
And a nice nade it
Catwalk.
He's getting the space on sight. He knows Rins catwalk.
3 players out, and Rins playing this barrel, playing for his life. But Blue 4 takes him out with a headshot.
With catwalk sight taken, it's a nice position for 8 Basils. Not before Smod can find one. Blue 4 right there.
Blue 4 with another.
Yeah.
Oh man, 2 versus 2 post plant.
But the positioning is nice for Willow. There's Skyla.
Skyla picks up Smod.
Yeah.
1 versus 2 here for Willow. He's out onto site. A nade in possession. Not going to connect, and he has to find the swing onto both these players who are grouply tight. And there it is. Nice Willow finding Skyla, but a trade from Afterthought. 1-1.
Get ready.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe those pistol rounds don't count at all, and Basil is certainly proving it to us. Matching up the score now, 1-1, though. It's early doors in this game, and it's still a lot to go.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 maps, right? So
yeah,
it's going to be a long game here for both teams. I mean, I think Determined could eventually figure things out if 8 Basils takes the lead, especially with the side swap towards Colonist side. I think Determined has a chance. These early rounds are going to matter so much, though, as Akari picks up Rins with the nade. Afterthought and Evil Pancake with a trade on Ninja, and that is B site completely opened up here. Late nades from Determined, not going to connect, but Akari is now on 1 HP. A dead man walking, dare I say, but he could get a clean headshot before he goes down. And there it is, Recco getting taken out with a clean headshot from Akari. Still standing despite 1 HP. And Smod finds Skyla. A 2 versus 3. Now down to a 1 versus 3. Now down to a 0 versus 3. Cleaning up the round. 8 Basils taking the lead 2-1.
Yeah, and once again, proving their skill onto that B site, playing the same, basically the same round again, and just refining their strategy and doing it better this time. And it looks like they might go for it again. They are really finding their luck on a B side, and they are gonna push it until they can't get those rounds anymore. Which I mean,
if it isn't broken, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. And that seems to be the way they are playing today.
Oh, this could be a cat swing. This could be a cat swing from Rins. And a nade. Clean pushes Akari back. Rins not going to swing off it just yet. But there's 2 players closing in on his position as they open up the site. Afterthought finds Evil Pancake. And there's the close swing from Rins. Recco alone on the site, finds one, drops down off of ladder. He has to pick up another here if he wants to keep this round alive. Mad Dog with the nade onto him. It's going to shut him down as he picks up another. It's Smod dead on ladder as Blue 4 picks up Willow with a headshot. Rins left alone, his last known position being Catwalk. And 2 players trained sights on his position, even pre-firing him as they now go for the scanner onto the artifact. Looking like 3 rounds here for 8 Basils unless Rins can go absolutely insane. And Skyla will shut him down.
Yeah, just not happening. Despite a
rounds,
rocky
man.
start. Yeah, I mean it's a lot it's a lot better for them now despite their rocky start. Definitely. Still though, in the first half of the first map of a best of 3, you still got a lot of work to put in.
I mean, if 8 Basils, you know, they keep having dominant rounds like this, there won't be much work to be had. Once again, another B push, but there is a swing out early. Both players going down, only in exchange for 1, and it's a 4 versus 2. Not even a minute 30 on the clock. We're still so early into the round, and it's a 1 versus 4. Willow left alone again.
And 8 Basils at this point, they're just doing the same thing again and again and making it better and better every round. And it's working. It is definitely working for them. They're just not giving Determined any space at this point to counter anything they're doing or have any shot at taking back rounds on this
Honestly, Determined needs to have some perfect nades early on in the round to shut down this map control that 8 Basils is taking. They're taking B long with 3 to 4 people every single time. They take mid with either 2 or 3. I mean, we've got to see some sort of good utility out of Determined to shut it down. And that nade stalling out the B long push. There's another one following up as now the nades come in return. Not finding anything though. Skyla close with this smoke. There's time for cross, and now Determined should be throwing their nades, putting their sights up as Skyla's made this cross. Rins finds 1, Rins finds 2. This is exactly what Determined needs, but Mad Dog finds him with the nade. 4 versus 3, man advantage. As 1 player from each side gets taken out, Evil Pancake finds 1, Blue 4 finds 1. 3 versus 2, and 8 Basils now on the back foot after 4 rounds of consecutive wins. Blue 4, the captain, left in a 1 versus 2 versus Evil Pancake and Willow. Can he convert a 5th, or will it be Determined to find it? It is Determined after Blue 4 drops down on Evil Pancake. Willow getting the trade. 2 rounds for Determined. Can they turn this into an equal 4-4 half?
And it was close at the end there, but yeah, those are the kind of rounds you need to start to turn things around. Once you lock on to what the enemy team are doing, sort out what you're doing wrong, and just find rounds like that, that's when you start to take games back. That's when you start to win, and hopefully that's what Determined's starting to do here now. And once again, 8 Basils, maybe they will counteract that, doing the exact same, changing things up a bit, but still the same push again. Akari finding the catwalk, but a nice nade. It's not going to give him that space. not gonna give him that map control.
Once again, Basils back on their daily crap, picking up another kill.
Rico looking for a mid player that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's sight up.
3-2, this post plant's going to be very difficult with no more utility. That's the last nade, and it does find someone! Recco, at the very last moment, picks up a kill. It's a 2 versus 2, and now it's a winnable post plant for Determined. Recco working his way up catwalk as Willow finds Mad Dog. Afterthought with one. Can he find another?
You know he's down there. He's up
1 versus 1. The flick Afterthought's literally 1 HP. He can't take a single point of damage, or else this round will be handed over to Determined. The time. He's on the scanner.
And it's
no shot from Willow. Afterthought at quite literally no health.
Wow.
Wins the round for Basils, and how do you manage that? I mean, one pistol shot from Willow would have ended the round there. One bullet as he's on the scanner, but nothing connects.
And you've got to be pleased with a nice play like that from Afterthought.
And
yeah.
Basils, they've locked in their lead in the half, man. They have locked
it's crazy. It's the perfect time. They put the mid stack on here, Determined half. They're finding the space, but everything's happening on A side. And it's right now. It's just down to Willow to hold them back.
Willow's still alive. Backside here. He gets a trade. Oh man.
Damage is done though.
Determined have the lead. As Skyla's left alone. Half health now after that nade lands at her feet. And it's a 1 versus 3.
Mid stack might have worked out in their favor. They had that cross angle and they just didn't let them get any space onto the site.
All 3 players by Juke and main here. How does Skyla find this? Pretty sure she knows how Determined plays this. She's looking for one. She spots the arm of Smod. Just a little game of peekaboo.
Wow.
But there it is. 3 rounds for Determined on the half. Basil's still in the lead, but there's plenty more chances now that they're on the colonist attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice... Just trying to remember how to spell Determined there. It's a nice half for Basils overall, but not impossible for Determined at this point. Only 2 rounds away from matching this up. And considering how well they played the pistol round on the attack, if we see that kind of pistol skill again, it's looking good. It's time for their own B-fake here on the pistol round.
Akari with a nade onto Recco.
It's just the kind of utility
and
you need
another
to slow
nade
things
onto
down.
Evil Pancake, man. Man, oh man. This pistol round's looking lost already. As Akari picks up another 2 left alive here for Determined, and a 6th looming for Basils.
The ball's dropped. They know it's the A side push.
Scanner is out. They have the opportunity if they can find this Juke player here. It is Skyla waiting for the rotate to come in, and the cavalry. The cavalry has arrived. There's pistol shots sprayed through the smoke.
And they're
All
so
players
close.
are going to be tagged, and Willow close. Gets taken out by Akari. Rinse finds 1, but Blue 4 shuts him down, and that's 3 left alive.
Completely shut down.
Basils pick up their 6th.
And a good 6th it was.
An impressive pistol, especially after Determined won theirs. Basils picking up their Rayab pistol round is a big deal.
Yeah. Mainly alone on this B side here. It's Akari. And the pressure's coming in as Rico starts to find space on catwalk. But it's another nice nade from Akari that's going to slow things down. And a trade from Rico and Mad Dog. And suddenly, it's just down to Smod. It was Akari's ninja, and he finds the kill. with Scanner and enough HP. I don't think we can write this round off just yet, but it will be very difficult. That's Afterthought going up the ladder now. Getting in that space, taking B side straight back.
Yeah, Smod left alone here in the 1 versus 3. Gotta find one on site before he can work the rest of the map. And he'll just be ticked down to less than 10 HP.
And now that's one tap territory from any distance and any shot here. And there it is. Well, a headshot anyway. Blue 4 cleans that up. And it puts a Basils 4 rounds ahead now. A nice, comfortable lead for them. I think I could start to see what you mean about being quite difficult for Determined to play when they are playing with subs and people they don't usually play with. You're just not seeing the same kind of teamwork and coordination. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not there right now. I mean, Determined, they can still win, you know, their respective gunfights. I'll give it to them. But they need that extra level of coordination to really play it out, and it's just not there.
Yeah, you're just not getting the same kind of perfect timings and ability to get refrags that we were seeing from 8 Basils when they were on the attack. A slow play coming in this round.
Alright, picking up the first, but Rins is there with a trade. 4 versus 4. Minute 15 on the clock. And time, there's plenty of time to find another here.
Look at the tension on lower catwalk. Oh, they're so close. Ah, and it's the evil pancake to find Mad Dog. Getting space onto, possibly onto B side here. It's just Afterthought to hold on the fort for now, and it's a nice nade to shut that down. Like it or not though, Rins. With Scanner joining up with the rest of the team. Hey, Basil's not getting over aggressive, not trying to take too much map space. They know they have these sites under control, and they know they can stop any push that they want right now. And it's Smart looking the wrong way. Skylar shuts that down, and suddenly we just got Rins and Rico finding one pick, but 15 seconds on the clock. They have to pick a site right now, and they have to take it. And that just doesn't seem to be happening. 11 seconds is Afterthought versus Rico, but Afterthought in the completely wrong place for this. If we can get the scan down, 5 seconds on the clock. And the scan goes down. It's just down to Afterthought. Low HP here. This is not a round that 8 Basils can lose. They do not want to lose something like this. Oh, when the pre-fire was there. Rico, Afterthought's heard the shots. And it's Rico, with the headshot.
4 rounds.
Yeah. A nice clutch. And that's the kind of round you need. That's the kind of clutch you need to get that momentum back, to get that mental back. And start thinking a lot better. A split coming in now on the attack. Scanner heading towards A, playing slow. The classic play. And heavy mid presence here from Determined.
Yeah, they're finally getting some coordination in. Look at this, the 3-stack mid, slow walking up. This is the Determined coordination we've been waiting to see.
Yeah. If they can get their refrags and get that space properly. Now Afterthought, he can single out these fights though. He's setting himself up for a nice 3K.
You know that there's a second there because it's Determined, and the nade forces them forward, getting collapsed on by Skyla and Mad Dog.
And that's the kind of coordination from 8 Basils that you need to get your team to come and help you get those refrags and save you from horrible situations like that, and there it is.
Oh, post-mortem nade from Rins, but it's not going to be enough. 8 rounds for 8 Basils.
8 rounds indeed.
Time is ticking here for Determined. They've only got 2 maps to figure this out. And man, oh man, this first one is about to go flying by their heads. 1-0 leading the series would be a very tough situation to come back from, especially against a top team like this. And there's a lot of mid pressure, a lot of early nades coming out as Afterthought picks up Recco and clears out a main. That's going to be full knowledge for a Basils that this is a B hit from Determined. Already watching the cross, already waiting, already going on the flank. It's going to be a full pinch from a Basils, and Determined have no clue what's happening. No clue what is about to happen.
They're not moving fast enough to not get pinched from behind.
And the nades,
nice nades.
It's all just a close game. There's nothing left here for Determined. Pack your bags and move on to the next map, Determined, because Rins is in the ground, and it's 9 rounds for 8 Basils, taking Suna away from Determined, away from the hopes and dreams of getting further in this Crest League tournament.
And a good Suna map it was. Some great plays from Basils, wonderful nades. This is what you get at the very top level. Those nades were just perfectly placed from Basils.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back with Basils versus Determined. Determined going to be starting on the Colonist side here. Basils on the Rayab side. We'll see how they shine here if they start on these sides instead. Basils ended up taking map 1, which was Suna. We'll see how it goes here as Mad Dog is going to be the first to pick up a kill. Akari following suit as he picks up Castle. Willow does get the return, but Akari finds another as Afterthought picks up one of his own with a grenade. It's all down to Smod in a 1 versus 4. A clean kill with the PL onto Blue 4, but he's still got 3 to go, 2 of which are going to be tagged. PL in possession. No utility, though. How does he win this? One minute, 3 on the clock. He hears the bunker flank behind him. He's got to know that Akari is flanking up. Does he check it? Smod, you've got someone on your back, and Akari is there on the flank to clean up the pistol. 1 round here for Basils. They win their Rayab pistol side. Finto, wild pistol round. Any comments on the flank? Any comments on what we think we're going to see the score is on this map?
I mean, when you have that kind of confidence coming off of Suna against a team that, you know, on paper, from previous matches, seems to be, better than you, you have to feel pretty confident after winning that first map so well. And especially the pistol round. If they can keep this mental momentum and keep playing so well like they are today, and Determined just not able to lock in, being able to play with this mixed roster, we could see a really nice 2-0 map-wise play from Basils today.
Yeah, we'll have to see who wins this first gun round. Remember, Basils getting the opening pick. That is not a good sign. Retro does get a trade, though. As Akari rolls in with a nade.
Yeah.
Rins with 1, Willow with 1. And it's now man advantage handed over to Determined. With nade, but Scanner is going down. How do you retake this if you're Afterthought in Blue 4? Especially with a trade like that. Now it's all down to Afterthought. 1 versus 2. Smod and Rins on the board. Nade in possession. This could be a good one. Not going to connect with Smod.
It's not happening. Initially a nice hold from Basils, yeah, but they just couldn't bring back that site and they couldn't hold on to it for long. 1-1, I mean, this is how we saw the last game start as well, isn't it? So, and look how quickly that one changed about. I don't think there's much we can say about this game yet, especially with these teams being as skilled as they are on this new map. How do you think these teams play on this map specifically? What do you think we're going to see at Exi?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I mean, we see some interesting pistol rounds, but then gun rounds play completely different. So I think we need to just see 1 or 2 more rounds here. I mean, we saw that round be a back and forth between the two teams. So I think Determined could pick up another here. Skyla finding Willow. That is not the start you want if you're Determined. But remember, back and forth these rounds have been. 5 versus 4 is not too much of a detriment.
It's Scanner, though.
Pick.
It's Scanner. You're forcing...
Oh, it is. Oh.
You have to force Determined into tunnels here. Skyla plays this right. She could hold him for Scanner for the whole game. He knows the players are here. The nades come in. Both sides. Looks found yet. It's one, but it's not enough. Smod finds that Scanner, and it's going to be getting away with it. It's a Kari, though. And that's Scanner back down. Low HP.
And Mad Dog takes him out. 2 rounds for Basils. It's looking like they want to clean this out 2-0.
And you just can't find yourself in that situation with Scanner down in tunnels. That is just not how you want to play. You've always got to keep an eye on who your Scanner carrier is and where they are playing. Because if they're going for entry frags, you know you are going to lose that Scanner.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of teams like to put Scanner towards Tons or Highway early on and just wait out the round. But there was a push up there that forced Scanner to go down. And I think that was an acceptable play, but the push-up is happening again. Skyla's pushed up again, but this time Rekka will win the fight, and Skyla's down. 5 versus 4, but this time leaning in the favor of Determined.
Scanner playing towards mid. Opens up for any rotate, and that's Smart taking out a carry and giving up that space up in mid. Mad Dog is about to face the full force of Determined as they push onto this side. The nade doesn't clear him out. He swings and he finds the first, but there's Rico for the refrag. It's just down to Afterthought. Let's find the first, but there's Rins cleaning it up. And that is another round to Determined.
2-2, man. 2-2. Who would have thought?
Jeez, yeah. And they're just not giving up that easily, even after a rocky first map. Determined could start to lock in here and start to bring things back, get the ball rolling.
Lock in, pull up with the nades, and take the artifact sites. Determined. They've got a little bit of momentum on their side now after winning that round. Can they convert another? 2-2. These early rounds are mattering so much because this is when you can make the most extreme changes in your playstyle, the most wild plays in your playbook, and have them actually work out, because the opposing team needs to get used to how you're playing in the first part of the map to be ready for the second half. We could see an even half, 4-4, or maybe Basils figures things out and has a strong first half like last time. Mad Dog picking up the first pick, but Castle is there with an immediate trade. 4 versus 4 as nades are going to be exchanged. Rekko already out close onto the site, and it will be cleared. Nades landing on his head. He's half HP as he swings out onto the smoke and finds none. No damage exchanged after this post plant, but Willow and Blue 4 do get their trade. Castle now onto Skyla as Blue 4 is left alone in the 1 versus 3. Rekko is 1 HP, but that doesn't even matter because Castle is there to support with a nade. Cleans up the round, and it's 3 for Determined. Finally in the lead. Can they continue it? Another round in a row.
Another slow play from Determined here. I mean, it worked last time. Can it work again?
Yeah, Skyla's not pushing up into tunnels this time. It's been given up to Rekko. But footsteps have now been made. Skyla has her eyes trained. And with shots heard, does this nade connect? It won't. Skyla playing around forklift. This could be a huge play for her. As she's watching Stack, has to be careful with the tunnel push. Has to be careful. Finds the tunnel push.
Down.
But can she convert Stack as well? Rotating off. It looks like it's going to be a B hit now for Determined. The rotate needs to come in. There's only one player here, and it's Akari. Trying to play between the smokes. Cops is heard. He finds Willow through the smoke. What a spray. That scanner down. He finds no more as Castle and Rins open up the site. Mad Dog getting one of his own. But Castle is now going to be left in a 1 versus 2.
Oh, that was close. That was way too close for a knife throw.
Yeah. And wiggling the gun around elbow. Basil's nose.
The HP is low, but the play's smart.
Castle
going for a
has no
quick
room here,
rotation.
yeah. Castle has no room. Like this rotate should be making complete sense to a Basils. They should be watching this, but
I mean, yeah, it's close
there
to
it is.
blue
There it
four,
is. Blue 4.
and it's over.
Yeah.
If you play that
3
just a
rounds
bit
now for
faster,
both
you have a
sides.
chance. But yeah.
Round starting.
When you have 2 players who can watch an angle each, it just becomes so much more complicated, especially with such low HP. 3-3. This is painful. They're just taking turns. And neither team can quite lock into a rhythm yet.
We are still in the first half. Keep that in mind. I mean, Determined, this is their strong side. So we'll have to see if they can take the lead in the half, as we saw Basils do on Suna, or if this is just going to end up being even all the way through. Early nade towards B, not going to pick up any damage. Blue utility still here for Determined. We'll see if they go for an explosive play on B with a lot of utility all at once, or if they opt to continue this slow play. Maybe they're looking for that pick early on towards A with Willow and Smod before they execute. Maybe waiting for Skyla to push up, but Skyla has Allie on lock. She's just waiting for something, and she hears a footstep. There's a swing from Willow, and it's going to be a double execute, but the B side execute isn't going so hot. Castle finally able to pick up the kill, and now B is opened. Afterthought left alone after a 2-map prong attack from Determined. They get their 4th, and they guarantee the even half. Can they convert a 5th and keep the momentum moving?
Yeah, it's not easy for either team right now. That last round before side swap, so of course Basils wants to even this up, make it a 4-4 going into the next half, but
yeah, it was a smart play to do that double map, or that double side attack, confusing Basils. They were not sure which site the scanner was going towards until it was all but too late, and Akari picks up Smod early.
nice opener. Nice opener.
Still has 2 nades as well. He could play off those nades instead of playing off the little health that he does now have.
Skyla switching up the angle once again. Is this a rotation? Without scan, it is a rotation.
Yeah. Maybe they're looking also for a mid pick here. I'm not too sure. They have a minute on the clock. They can execute late.
These B players need to watch they don't use up too much of the util or get too over aggressive here. And it's blue 4 looking for 1. Some damage comes in, but it's not enough to clean up the kill. Yeah. Skyla
This is
though,
scary
so
because
tough in this corner.
now Determined. Both sides of the map have been probed by Basils, and there is nowhere for Determined to go. There's players up close on both sides. I mean, Mad Dog pushed up close to B long and Tuck. Meanwhile, Skyla all the way pushed out highway and lurking alley. This could be a 4th round if Skyla gets this timing correct and shuts down the B stairs push, but no, she's turning around. She's watching her back as the execute happens, and Mad Dog will find 2, being the savior for the round. Akari also with 2. Wow, a sweep there, going straight into a stack in the final round. It's 4-4 on the half. better than last time around on Suna here for Determined, but they need to convert even more if they're going to stay alive in this series. 8 Basils, they want to get this game done quick and clean. Remember, Finto, pistol round never counts. We'll have to see how this one goes, though, because if Determined wins it, maybe it does count. Castle with the opening pick on the blue 4. Rins with another onto Skyla, a good nade, and how do they make the comeback? Akari onto Willow, finally some sort of response, but maybe it's too little too late, as Castle's going to be stuck alone on the flank, baiting shots. As Akari picks up Castle, wallbang through the box. 2 versus 2. Rekko finds the trade as Mad Dog gets the nade onto Rins. It's Rekko versus Mad Dog, 1 versus 1. Both players tagged up to below half, and a good nade could end it, but Rekko picks up Mad Dog, giving Determined the pistol. Maybe this round does count after all, as now Determined have a chance to push us to map 3.
I mean, in my books, pistols only count when you win them, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Because if you can convert that momentum and that positive mental into the rifle rounds, you know, you can keep it going. It's just what Determined would need right now. Hey, Basil's quite split, but still, Afterthought seemed to be quite committed to taking B, taking some space.
I mean, 3 players already up close, and Afterthought finds a nade. Rekko able to pick up 1, but Afterthought with a second, with a third, as he finds a trade onto Rekko. 3 versus 2, man advantage leaning towards a Basils.
And the early aggression seemed to pay off here. No slow plays, no mucking about. Afterthought just came in and cleaned that up. Willow, though, finding the first.
Ooh, 2 versus 2. Numbers are going down as Mad Dog picks up Willow. 1 versus 2 here for Castle. He does have sight control and 2 nades. But I don't think either of those are going to connect. No, they don't.
No.
Now it's a tough situation without that utility. Pistol in hand. And it's going to be a nade for Mad Dog.
Nice
wow.
Nade.
5 to 5, man. This is
a close game. It's got me on the edge of my seat.
Down. Yeah.
For those wanting an update on other games, IIII has beat Crimson Claw in their match and moved on to the next round. Will be facing Wrecked, the winner of Wrecked versus the OSK. Bit of an upset there, I think, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
I really just want to tune in now on these top matches, but everyone's got to get a little time in the spotlight. Mad Dog and Castle getting their time in the spotlight as they find a trade. Smod picks up Afterthought. 3 versus 3 post plant here. No utility for either side. As Rekko comes in on the flank, finds 1. Can he pick up the next? It's blue 4 close here. Pre-fire, and Rekko knows. Rekko just has the biggest brain on the planet as he gets all 3. It's solo work here. As Smod and Willow shooting away for cheers. 6 rounds, Determined just managing to stay in the lead ever so slightly.
And if you're 8 Basils here, as this gets closer and closer to finishing up, you just gotta watch. You don't get too tilted, don't get too aggressive, or start playing purely for your own ego at this point. You really have to keep your calm and keep playing here.
Yeah.
Victory is only a few rounds away for both teams. And you can't not be locked in at this point.
And a fast play from Akari picks up Rekko, but there's a trade from Smod. Afterthought with the immediate refrag. As now 8 Basils have 4 alive, pushing into this B site. 1 on site. It is going to be Rins. Are they aware that he could be here? I'm not sure if they know. I'm not sure if they know. Rin swings out, finds one, finds two. Oh, but Blue 4 finally shuts him down. It's a 2 versus 2 now. As the rotate is here, Castle and Willow are holding on to B with the scanner. Oh, man. There's nowhere to go here for Mad Dog and Blue 4. Mad Dog is on the flank.
Such an uncomfortable situation with
Castle's
Scanner
watching
stuck
this.
inside.
They're creeping up on each other. But Mad Dog gets the jump onto Castle. And Willow's left alone in the 1 versus 2. Finds the first on the Blue 4, who's 1 HP. But now it's Willow versus Mad Dog. Mad Dog wins it, absolutely popping off this game. 14 kills on the board. Now at the top of the scoreboard, Mad Dog leads the charge into round number 13.
Yeah, 30. Jesus, this is a tense, close game. Both teams just 3 rounds away from victory on this map. Of course, if Determined wins, they will take this to a 3rd map. If Basils take it, they will be moving straight on to the next round.
Early pick here from Castle. That's exactly what they need. Oh, man. A 7th.
Now you know it's got
here.
to be B site here. When you find that space out on A long. Oh, no. There's another one from Castle. 3 versus 5, just like that. It's not going to be a 3rd. There's Renz with the nades. Skyla and Blue 4. Separated. They're going to have to find their own picks, make their own way right now if they want to take this back. Willow, once they're here, the nades tried to come in, and it's Skyla finding Willow, and suddenly it's 2 versus 3, and this is starting to get a lot closer than it started off as. There's Rekko, stop it up, and suddenly 2 versus 3, it's now 1 versus 3, and it just seems all that further away now, and it's Renz. Finish it up, clean up that round, and make it 7-6 for Determined. 2 rounds away, 1 off match point. What are you thinking, Adexi?
I mean, Basils, they've got to figure something out here. It's going to a map 3 here is rough game, because then anything is on the table. Both teams have won 1 map, right? And you're not sure what strategies are going to be pulled out, what's not in the playbook that hasn't been done yet. That's when the direst measures come out. With good nades here, Determined could put them onto a nade. No damage though on site. The nades don't convert any damage, and scanner will go down. Akari opening up with Rins after the scanner has already gone down. A 5v5 post plan is wild.
The aggression play, they just weren't ready for it.
Smod to find Akari. A 4 versus 4, but Mad Dog does have a nade for the post plan here. Blue 4 with 2 in mid towards bunker. And that's Smod going down as well. Rekko as well. It's all just fun and games now for a Basils. They have the cleanest round we've seen in a hot minute. Wow.
I mean, that's good.
Clock's ticking, man. Clock is ticking. Rounds are going down. It's only a matter of time before one of these 2 teams has the map. They have less and less rounds to figure this out.
Again, the aggression onto B site, but Smod with the quad kill. Oh my god, and it's just down to Mad Dog. And that shot, that one shot, that lets him know exactly where he is, and this round seems to be in Determined's hand. This is not what you want.
Smod,
If you're,
the substitute,
yeah.
single-handedly
Jeez.
winning them the round. This one mattered. It's looking like not match point, but map point on this one for Determined. 2 rounds in a row, 8 Basils would have to get in order to win this one.
Pretty second scanners down on that B site. Yeah, this just isn't happening.
30 seconds remaining.
And that's it. Oh, 8-7. Match point for Determined. Basils 2 rounds away from victory. We're taking this whole game and moving forward in the bracket, but Determined 1 round off of sending it to a 3rd map, and we'll be going to Kidi, I believe.
Yep. Kidi, the final map. 1 round away here for Determined, or does 8 Basils manage to get 2 in a row?
This is the round, this is the play we need to see.
This is the round with a big play, and Recco opens it up, Rinse with another, Smod with another, and it's all falling apart for 8 Basils after such a clean round. Determined hold on to the momentum, and it's Mad Dog again, left alone in a 1 versus 5. There's nothing here for him. They are hunting him down. Willow's cleared out bunker. They've seen him. They've spotted his cloak, and Mad Dog is being bombarded with utility. It's just an artillery strike as he gets taken out by Smod. Deserving of the last kill after such a performance. I mean, I'd argue that Smod single-handedly just won them that map. 4 kills on round number 15, 2 on number 16. Wow, man, just I have no words after a performance like that from a substitute player.
Yeah, and I mean,
9
going
to
into
7,
this
we're going to map 3.
When you're losing rounds like that to a substitute player for Determined, you're just you're mental. You'll start to get tilted. Yeah.
The mental is gone. We'll be back shortly with the next map, though. Please do not go anywhere. This has been much closer than expected, to be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, we'll be back really soon.
Yeah. So some names that are active in the community that are making content for Vail. That's good to see. We love to see it. You know, might not be the most competitively viable team, but we love to see everyone in the community participating, you know? This is an open bracket. Anyone's free to sign up.
I was about to say, what we also have to see is this great game ahead of us, but it looks like we are still waiting for
they're resetting again.
Exciting footage of the resets live here on the Twitch.
Alright, predictions for map 3. Gotta hear him, gotta see him.
I think at the start, here's my prediction, I think at the start Determined plays off of that mental and starts to take a good few rounds in the first half. And I think in the second half we could see 8 Basils start to take it back, especially, well, it depends on what the sides are, but if they're starting on attack as they seem to be now, especially depending, you know, this map being heavily defender sided, so they could start to take rounds back when they swap there. What do you think, Alexi?
I'm thinking Determined might actually take this one, considering how defender-sided Kidi is, and the fact that Colonist side is Determined's strong side. I think that Determined could get a few really good rounds off on Colonist, considering how, you know, heavily pitted they'll be against defense. And then I think maybe when the side swap comes in, they'll be able to hold their momentum. Because remember, even though it's not their strong side, this is a defender-sided map. Still figuring it out. I'm wondering what's going on.
Yeah, we were confused as well. I mean, we saw similar stuff happen in the set in previous maps as well in Suna, so likely just maybe a bit of changes and swaps going on here.
Take a look at the colonist spawn.
Exciting. 8 Basils gameplay right here. This is what we're all here to see in reality. Look at them go.
What skins we got? We got Fizzy with the Vortex skin. We got Skyla with the gold. We got, what is that? Overdrive is the orange one, I think.
Yeah.
There must be some sort of tech issue going on.
30 seconds remaining.
Someone let Skyla know smoking is bad for your health.
Well, this is your opportunity before map 3 to get some water, get a snack, stay hydrated, because this one is going to be an absolute banger. I mean, remaps in, everything on the lines here for the winner's bracket.
This is also your opportunity to like and subscribe. Wait, no, this isn't YouTube. To follow the Vanguard Gaming on Twitch.
And especially join the community on Discord. We've got so much more going on than just Vail. There is a whole community here. It's a wonderful place.
Oh yeah.
But huge shout out to Seismic for having this actually happen, though. Seismic,
brilliant guy. None of this
legend.
happens without him. Absolute legend. You're spot on.
Oh, and Skyla's got a barrel pointed at her face.
Oh yeah.
Does she pull the trigger? It doesn't look like it. Not yet.
To the person in chat who said earlier that I'm actually European and not just speaking on an accent, yes, we are real. We do exist. And I do say Basil, so
Imagine
it up with it.
being British, man. Imagine.
Uh-huh.
Over the pond on Keedy. You're on the other side of the river.
Wow. Not much
Meanwhile,
happening
I'm over
there.
here on the artifact sites. I'm working my scanner. I'm doing everything. You're out there on the other side of the river doing nothing. You're with the fish in the river.
Cheers, Alexi.
Cheers to you too, man.
You really have to wonder what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not
really
sure,
do.
man. Some sort of tech issue?
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly throw it to an intermission while we figure this out, while we wait.
I think that's probably got to be the best thing to do for now. Stick around because I'm sure it won't be long, and
Like
this
I
third
said,
map
get
is
some
definitely
water,
going to be great.
get some food, get some snacks or something. I don't know. It's going to be a banger map 3 once we're finally into it.
And it looks like this time they're playing for real. Finally back
After a
into this
very
game.
short intermission, we're back.
Into this third map,
Determined
which is sure to be
versus
a
A
great one.
Basils. Map 3. Let's see it in chat. Throw some names in chat. Who do you think is going to win this series? Determined or 8 Basils? A Basils taking map 1, Determined taking map 2. We'll have to see how it goes down here on Keedy. Pinto take it away with this first push from A Basils.
Finding space up wave. It's Akari. And the B execute is coming in. Akari, nice headshot onto Pancake, and there's Mad Dog finding Rico with a trade though. Getting that space, so there's still the side players as Rins finds Blue forward. Smod finds Akari. That's going to shut down the wave's presence. As these players to come out of cave now, and Castle's putting up a fight. But he's going to go down to Skylar. Can Skylar find Smod? No, Smod shuts that down, and it's just down to Fizzy. And there's Smod to shut Fizzy down as well. And that's the first round to determine with a
great work on the VNGRDgaming. And
for
wow,
a sub,
Smod is doing absolute work.
Yeah. A really
Picking
good
up
player
2 in the pistol round.
sub,
Actually, 3 in the pistol round, excuse me. Rins was the one with a nade kill. Recco picking up one of his own. Excellent, excellent work from the side of Determined. This is exactly how you want to start map 3, especially on your weaker side here.
And even if you can't quite get the coordination down, those 3Ks, those clutch situations, those are solo plays, that's what you need to bring back a game like this. So that's what you need to bring it home.
It looks like Determined's having fun, throwing knives at each other, waiting for the push from Basils.
I mean, you've got to. You just brought back a second map and had a stellar pistol round in the first one. You're feeling pretty positive going into this. And when you have that kind of mental, you just play well. You just knowing that you just play so much better.
Absolutely. We'll have to see what Basils does here to try to pick up their first on this map. It looks like it's going to be another wave side push as Akari picks up Recco. Good entry frag. But the nades are going to be rolling in from Rins. Can Rins pick up another with these good nades? No damage converting as Smod finds Akari. Trades are being pulled out.
Oh, a nice headshot from Fizzy.
And Fizzy finds Smod. That sight given up, and the scanner goes down. Looking like a 1-to-1 as Rins is left alone. Towards cave, Skyla shutting him down. We have a match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was a nice play from Basils. Perfect headshots, a beautiful take. And equally as Determined needs their excellent plays, Basils, they need their own as well to take back this kind of game. When you've just had a bad map, you've got to get good plays like that to bring that mental back up,
dude,
bring back some momentum, and see if you can carry it back
I don't
through.
think I'm going to be able to make it through this if it's another 4-to-4 again. This is...
oh my goodness.
If we get the back and forth that we saw on Miru, on map number 2, it's going to be messing with my heart a bit too much. Mad Dog finds that opening pick, but Castle able to return with the AG nade. 4-to-4 as another waves push comes out from Akari. He's just solo pushing in on waves, and Smod's punished him for it. Man advantage handed over to Determined. And the push out is here. One Evil Pancake picks up Blue 4. And they're just
split up. They're all over the place.
One push, one push, one push. It's just no coordination here. I mean, luckily Scanner is on 2 different players, Skyla and Fizzy, staying together in this situation, but at this point, it's a situation that may already be lost. 4 versus 2. We've seen it close to done before, but can they finally find something? Skyla only taking a shave off of health with that nade.
That's a double-edged sword. That's the downside of having a great round like Akari did there. You just get that overconfidence. You forget you have teammates, and you forget that you can even die in this game at that point. Akari proving that fact as he just rushed straight up waves and instantly went down.
I mean, maybe it was part of the play. Maybe Akari was supposed to, go up fast waves while they push cave, and maybe once he died, they decided, hey, I need to consolidate something. So Blue 4 pushed up afterwards, but then he got punished again, and at that point, it's just a snowball. Rins picking up Fizzy. It's all down to Skyla. Scanner's in possession of Rins. What do you do at this point? 2 lining up to find Skyla. It's Evil Pancake with a trade. 2-to-1. Determined take the lead here.
Yeah, and it was just a rocky start for Basils. They just couldn't open up that B site. They couldn't find the right picks to open up the round. And yeah, the teammates got punished for it throughout the rest of the round. Determined getting a second one on the board. A time though for A Basils. with a bit of mid presence thrown in there. This could be what they need. Ooh, a close nade. Does some damage to Basils. It's a nice one for Pancake. Finds Akari. There's Mad Dog.
Mad Dog with the nade. 4 versus 4 as the site execute starts.
Blue 4, nice refrag. These are the kind of refrags you need to keep the momentum even when you die like that.
They're coughing in the smoke. They're coughing in the smoke. Rins hears Blue 4 come out from the smoke, but Skyla's there with the trade. We're down to a 2 versus 2. We went from 5-5 to 4-4 to 3-3 to 2-2, and Scanner's down on site. Both players from Determined. They're waiting and lurking, but Skyla, what a bait! She baited the pre-fire out perfectly.
And that's the info.
Castle's now left in the 1 versus 2. Scanner can go down, but
Mad Dog's got the cross angle.
yeah, working up close now.
Oh,
Castle finds Skyla, but not Mad Dog. That's 2-2.
and it's a nice round. Close, but nice to have on the board for Basil to even things up just a bit. That's what you need. You're changing your prediction at this point, Adaxi? Or what do you think we're seeing from here?
I still think we're gonna see a 4-4 half.
Mm-hmm.
I think Determined take this at this point, but I think it could be a 4-4 half still.
Yeah. Another A play. I mean, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. But Pancake, really nice opening nade, and that's gonna let up that something's happening over here on A. There are players. Push starts to come in. Rico trying to hold long, but there's a smoke in the way. Castle, a nice nade onto Mad Dog, and it's Pancake to find Fizzy. It's creeping through the smoke, and there's Rico as well. It's just not happening anymore.
It's just all falling apart for A. Basil's a flawless round here for Determined. That's what you want. Get in their heads.
You just can't be in the right positive mindset for this game at this point if you're Basils.
I mean, maybe they are. We'll never know unless we get the comms listening, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It takes time. I mean, maybe they get the lead in the half here, they have a great mindset going into the second half and they win it. Or maybe Determined just, you know, they've already won the mental game and they're just looking to have fun. I mean, we saw Rittens and Castle messing around with their knives, and Fizzy opens up the round with a trade. Smod there to convert it as well. 4-4, so early on.
That's Rico finding Mad Dog. Nice pick of his own through mid. 4-3, it's not too bad for Basils here.
Smod with
now
another.
it's looking worse.
It's just falling apart, man. 4 versus 1. Blue 4 again on his own.
They just can't keep, well, first of all, finding themselves in these solo situations, and second, losing them. You know, you need to have your teammates there for the refrag, or at least win your ones. It's just...
Also, I want to know, Blue 4 really struggling right now, playing the worst on his team right now, so I don't know if he can even win this 1v4. I think this is just grab the scanner, try to lurk up on A or B and get a surprise pick, if even.
Did you see that smoke?
What do you do here? Yep. Smoke to recover the scanner. Smoke to smoke off waves. And now
30 seconds remaining.
he's pushing up. What? He's pushing through his own smoke and waves. Does he give it up? Has he gone insane? Trying to find one, but it's just back and forth shots. Evil Pancake finally picking him up.
What do you?
Why? What?
Yeah. What do you even like say about that? What are you meant to think there? What was the plan? What was the goal? Yeah. Maybe he just wanted that round over and done with at that point.
I mean, understandable.
Nice nade. Look at Mad Dog's HP. And it's Rins as well. Waves, not giving them any space here. Rico joining in, and Blue 4 does find waves,
and
but
the spam
Smod, yeah.
the smoke. Smod helping clean house, and 1 versus 3 as Mad Dog's on 1 HP.
It's just painful at this point.
5 rounds on the board for Determined. They are looking stronger than ever in this series.
Yeah, they are.
They finally figured out the coordination.
It could be it. As the game went on, you know, you'd have more time to adapt to your new teammates, to lock in with them and start to get those comms and that coordination. I think you're probably right about there. Especially with Smod being such a good player for a sub on his own.
Yeah, Smod 9-2. Only challenged by Evil Pancake 10-4 at the top of the scoreboard. Only 1 player, Mad Dog 5-5, having a positive KD here for A Basils. It's a rough one, man.
Yeah, A Basils fans are still clinging onto the hope from the first map, but it's going,
Rounds are going fast. And
Yeah.
there's Rins with the trade onto Skyla, 4 versus 3, favoring Determined once again. They hear the coughing. Smod hears the coughing on this B site, and he's just going to be switching back and forth, as Fizzy finally picks him up. 1 versus 2. This is absolutely winnable for Fizzy, but he does get tagged down to half HP. 1 player on
he's in
cave,
bubble.
1 player on waves. He's got to force a fight or a plant somehow. But there's no utility here for Determined. Doubling up now. Recco and Castle look like they're going to be swinging arches together. He didn't spot it. Fizzy didn't spot him. As he's playing behind Arch, Fizzy has to go for 1 here, but Recco is already up close. And what a play from Determined. Sneaking up on the arches every single time that Fizzy dips back into bubble. And that is how you gain ground without giving up more than what's needed, without giving up a life. It is a 6-2 half.
What a half.
For Determined. And now they're on their strong side. How do they make this go even further? Is it going to be a 9-2, or will A Basils finally pick up something here now? Both teams on their strong side.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a defender-sided map, but Determined are an attack-based team.
Yeah.
And they've seemed to got their coordination back, so they can get their coordination
Here we go.
in the attacks. Yeah.
Fast utility. Early shots from Recco to just prevent anyone from pre-firing, from swinging out. And it looks like they're going to be going for pawn stairs. They're already out. Mad Dog's
crazy.
And it's Determined to pick up 1 as Edmonds. But Akari's there with 2. Evil Pancake finds the trade, finds the equalizer. It's 3 versus 3 here, as it's a wrap to the B site. It was a complete A fake. And Determined have outclassed A Basils on this pistol round. 3 versus 3 post plant. And utility is still on the board for Determined. Smoke goes out, completely blocking off the site way from arches. And how do you get back into this round?
This is the kind of attack you need.
Arches.
Like
the smoke toss are heard. The double swing is there. Fizzy picks up 1, but there's a swing from Castle to find Skyla. Blue 4 finds 1, finds 2, and he barely clutches up the pistol round. 3 rounds for A Basils. A masterclass from both teams. The fake, the rotate was perfect, but the retake was even better. Blue 4, the IGL, the 1 on the back foot on the scoreboard, manages to win out the round.
God
and A
damn,
Basils, they have their feet back in.
This is Vail VR, man. This is what it's about. Crazy plays like that. This is what we love to see.
Sometimes you just send it, man. You just have to.
That rotate, that fake in the start from Determined, that was crazy. That threw me off so much, and what a clutch from Blue 4.
I was not even expecting that as a caster and observer, man. That was genius.
I don't think anyone
to
could
open up
expect
the round.
like
4
that.
versus 4, man. Here we go. A fast alley wave push. And it could would be a pinch onto the B site here. These cave players, they need
it's
to
a
get
double
out
for
before
Akari.
Akari gets double, but he ends up getting 2, and now the cave players, they've got to rotate and figure something out. Blue 4 about to swing into them. He gets 1, but Smod is there with the trade. 1 versus 3, nade on his location, and it's Skyla
That's a beautiful
picking
nade.
up the round. 4 now for a Basils. They found their flow. They have found their aura, and they are in it to win it now.
Yeah, chef's kiss of a nade there off the back of that momentum. The blue 4 brought with that clutch. 8 Basils, 2 rounds on the board now, and the momentum, dare I say it, the momentum is starting to come back, and dare I say it, they could match this up.
6-6 would be an absolutely wild scoreline to see after a half like that. 4
That's
rounds
insane.
in a row for 8 Basils. I can't believe it.
Entirely off the back of that clutch from blue 4, which honestly shouldn't have even happened with such a genius play from Determined. You know, that round was in the bag. That round was theirs. They deserved it at that point with blue 4. He said no. He said this isn't happening. And he fought for it. And fought for it well. Mad Dog. There's Fizzy to shut down the waves, but too little, too late. As the push comes out on A. Are they ready for blue? They are. They are. It's just down to Fizzy.
Scan down and Fizzy left alone in the clutch. I mean, it's Fizzy, right? 1v4, no big deal.
I mean, this guy won LAN, you know? This is the Fizzy.
Yeah, Ren's taking him out.
Yeah.
Ren's also popping up, being a big name this game. 11-6. Smod also 11-6. Evil Pancake 11-7. Man, Determined are just on it today. They had that one follow-up after Pistol that was a little bit messy, but they figured it out. They have their flow back.
Yeah, they certainly do. And if they can keep A Basils on their toes with fakes and rotates like they've been doing for the past few rounds, A Basils will not lock into the rhythm and will not start to be able to counter anything here. Which I feel like is something they rely on so much as a team at this point. And so I think that's what that won them Suna at the start. Their ability to lock onto that rhythm of A Basils and just adapt and take rounds so easily. They just can't find it in this game, and they couldn't in Suna either.
Low early round here. Still a minute on the clock as Rins. Who's that? Rins and Castle are sneaking out of A. Does Skyla spot them here? Skyla playing over the top of backside. She's watching onto long. If they sneak onto site here and sweep out backside, this could be bad. Blue 4 is holding the cross though to site. Utility comes out. It's a trade. And now Skyla has a 1v1. Yeah, Skyla has a 1v1 backside here. Come in. Evil Pancake getting pinched, but he finds one. Can he pick up the next onto Akari? It's 2 separate 1v1s. Both of them matter so much. And Skyla wins hers versus Castle. She's got to get on the defuse now before Evil Pancake can make the rotate. Scanner is down. Evil Pancake knows. Evil Pancake knows, but Akari wins the fight anyways.
Wow.
It's 5 rounds for 8 Basils. Beautiful work from both sides.
2-round difference. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's closing in fast.
Jeez, we have another close game on our hands. I just want to say thank you to the Mazarek who just subscribed with Prime, Twitch Prime to the channel. So absolutely, yeah, absolute legend.
Make sure to join the Vanguard community. We've got Discord, we've got our Twitch here, which we stream Crest League on. I mean, we love it here. We've got a good community,
Yeah,
not just in
regular
Vail, but
tournaments.
outside it as well.
Great. It's great. But yeah, thank you for that, the Mazars. All right, straight back into the action here. Another split play coming in for Determined. I mean, when they get this mid control and when they're split up like this, they have so much room for rotations. Evil Pancake finds Mad Dog, gets 3-way all for himself. Skylar wary of the players in three-way. Doesn't connect the nade. Is he sneaking up? Will he find Smod? No, he gets pinched.
No, he does not. And it's looking like Determined could get their 8th here, 2 versus 5. But Skyla does find 1 before being traded out. It's Akari in the 1 versus 4.
Rotation onto the A side. Akari starting to catch on to that. Playing the slow play here. If he can isolate these gunfights, it could be possible, but this is a round that you basically have to write off at this point, right?
I think so, man. It's just 1 versus 4. You can maybe get 2, 3 here, pad the stats a bit, but I'm not sure unless Determined makes huge mistakes.
But
yeah, unless Determined makes huge mistakes there, you're not gonna win that round. And I mean, Determined being a top 4 team, they're not gonna make those mistakes even with substitutes. You know, they're gonna be patient. They're gonna play their game. They have the round basically secured. There's no reason for them to get overconfident to feed into the ego.
yeah. I just want to say, right now we have like over 50 people watching, so thank you to every single one of you for watching. It means a lot. It means a lot to these teams, and yeah, man, it's great. It's great. And I'm so glad all of you are here to watch these exciting games. And I guess it's only going to get better. We have to remember this is the 2nd round, and we already have great matches like this. We're not even close to the finals at this point, which is scary to say.
Yeah, that is a bit scary to say. I won't lie.
Yeah, but nonetheless, some great, even better games ahead, if you can believe that. So be sure to watch those. It's Mad Dog to find Rins and take back 3-way. Akari finds Smod, gets that space back, and suddenly it's just under the castle. A nice round. 5 players still alive for A. Basils. Castle does find the first, but it's going to have to be the first of many if he wants to take this round.
Oh, close shots on the cave. That flash isn't going to do much against them, though. Does the 8 Basils feed in a little bit?
And it's Akari holding the angle, and
yeah,
2 rounds apart. It's match point for Determined, but it's not impossible for 8 Basils. Oh my god.
It is series point now for Determined. After losing
stuff.
map 1, they win the 2nd, and now they go for the 3rd. 3 rounds in a row is what 8 Basils need to win this series, but Determined, they've got everything in their pocket. They just need 1 more round, 1 more surprise play, 1 more good nade. Could be the end of this game. And that is a scary prospect here for 8 Basils. No mistakes allowed.
It's definitely a daunting challenge, but not impossible at this point, especially after a great round like the one they just played. It's a slow play from Determined.
Rins is low from the utility, but he is still alive. He could make a difference in this round. I mean, going over the scoreboard one more time, there's only 2 players with double digits on 8 Basils. There's 4 players who have double-digit kills on Determined side, and time's taking 44 seconds.
Looks like it's starting to be a bit of a setup for it. Fast A, especially
there's the
when
opening.
It's
Rins.
like that.
Just like I said, Rins with the opening headshot.
All the pressure's on Blue 4 here.
And Blue hold the site. No, he cannot. Smod takes him out. It's 5 versus 3. The rotate has to come in, and it's here. Mad Dog with the opener. Can they deny this again? And oh! Akari picks up a whiff nade and throws it away so 2 of his teammates don't blow up. But that doesn't even matter because Smod kills both of them anyways. It's all down to Fizzy, and it's looking like Determined will be moving on in the winner's bracket. 8 Basils moving down to the loser's bracket. And there it is, Castle with the final kill.
What an exciting game.
3 players with 14 kills. 3 players with 14 kills for Determined. Absolutely insane. Don't go anywhere. We've got Wrecked and Triple I7 coming up shortly.
I mean, if this is